swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit the block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, man, a cheapskate, huh? Niggas gotta move on my release day, huh? Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is. Said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist, doing front flips. Giving you my number, but don't hit me on no dumb shit. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit the block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in road.
It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good. You know what I mean?
$100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the ring, cause it's been control, little bitch. I was in the shop serving cocaine, they ain't been the same fence. Granted, she was standing right there while I keep the play on the brick. I made them little niggas go hate while I tell a man in this bitch. I done been down bad in them trenches, had to ride with that stick. Who gave you pills, who gave that dust, Pluto sent you on the dick. Too many convicts, they roll me to play in this shit. Crowd about nonsense, get old summer spreading this bitch. They had the counter like lighting it up, nigga, anybody can get it. I'm on the PJ lighting it up, backwood full of sticky. I'm tryna throw that Drake on London, and it's extended. They gotta stretch a nigga out, we gon' die for this shit. Yeah, I ride for my niggas, I lie to my bitch. We some poor, high class niggas, made it, we rich. I was at the band, though, got a penthouse for a closet. It's like a shando, live on my neck, my bitch. Ooh, I got ping toes that talk different languages. Ooh, got promethazine in my blood, Percocet. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the ring, cause it's been control, little bitch. I was in the shop serving cocaine, they ain't been the same fence. That's by the time I call her Serena. I go tremendo for new fettuccine. All fat though, carry the pinky. All fat though.
What's good? Gonna try a YouTube stream, see what happens, see how it goes. This will be the first one for the Crocko Clips channel, so we'll see if it comes through good, come through bad, or we'll just see. I don't know yet. Odysee's been running smooth, so I figured I already got a stream planned for tonight for Odysee at 8, I think. So I figured I would try to go live now. Let me see how it looks. Is it frozen on your end? Is it coming in bad? It's been a long time since I tried YouTube, so it might not come in well. Because I got different settings for Odysee. I didn't even think about that. I guess you'll let me know in the chat if it's real glitchy. If it is, I'll do a YouTube stream. Or I'll do an Odysee stream. Is there 6 people here? I need the chat. I need the chat. We're good. It's a little choppy. Yeah, I forgot the Odysee settings are way different than the YouTube settings as far as what you gotta do. So if it's too choppy, then we'll see. We'll see. We can just move it to Odysee. Now, Odysee tonight. What's next? I got a big stream planned, brain implants, tons of different shit. It's going to be a really good stream. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And in the description of that video and this one, I got my Telegram that I made. You can DM me for Discord. You can hit me up on Twitter if you got like any questions or anything you want to, just anything. Oh yeah, someone reminded me of this earlier on Twitter. I didn't forget about it, but I referenced it. And this was back when me and Wild Smile used to stream together. And we did a stream one night, and we were, I think, talking about Tim Pool's brother, and the quartering said something, but he came on and said something wearing this, and Merch tweeted out, "Bro, sweet hat," and it was like the whole internet for the whole night. It was just everybody that didn't like each other just came out to be against the quartering. Warski, I never really talked to Warski. Getting roasted, just meme war veteran. I mean, that's insane. That was a great moment me and Wild had. We cracked the fuck up for a long time about that. We did I don't remember, 26 episodes or something. Something insane. I'm trying to get chat on my phone. It's just sitting there. I can see it on the screen, but I just want to do it on my phone. Alright, here we go. Yeah, actually live on YouTube, so I gotta be safe. Right? I gotta be safe. So what were people talking about last night? What's that one thing called? Project Veritas, right? Now, Project Veritas to me is like Alex Stein. You get a couple real events, and then to keep it going, you have to keep it staged. The Midnight Crockpot was a pretty good show. The theme song was badass. Yeah, I think that was Irrational Times, to be honest with you. And there was no, fallout. He just wanted to stream less and, take care of his social life and shit that was going on. I actually talked to him, a week or two ago. So, there was, no bad blood there at all. I heard people, had some stories of, they're never working together. I'm prepared for one. I was not calling for one. Someone made me this. But people want to act out of pocket at my presence. I cannot back down. This is literally just going to be a hangout. I'll have a couple of topics. The main shit's going to be tonight. I just wanted to test out YouTube. But I'll go through a couple of topics just because you guys came. Especially to these fools. Because it's a fucking war. I like that shit. I like the dark trap. I like the dark trap beats. What's up, Dankologist? Good to see you. Let's see. Teddy Spaghetti. Liz. Oh yeah, I did put this in the Hoax Wars. And, I mean, I literally made it at 1:45 and came on at 2. So I wasn't expecting people. Plus the channel's new. Has 80 subs. So what this channel is going to be I'm going to take portions of what I do on Odysee, 10-minute clips, stuff like that could be YouTube safe, not going to give me a strike. put it up on the Crocko Clips channel and then say, hey, you can come over to Odysee and watch the rest. I think that's the best way to go. I just have to find 10-minute spurts where I don't say something that's going to get me a strike. Now, I covered this last night. I made a Twitter video and I added this guy and tried to get his attention because he bothered the shit out of me. And then I found his backstory. And he wants to talk about Israel and how he's pro-Israel. He's already hosted the War Room and InfoWars. And he came out saying that, we don't know who was on the land when Israel came in 1948. And it's like, well, we do. But, I mean, if that's the story you want to go with. And Jason Whitlock, I actually like for a sports guy. And he's not a quiet guy. And he doesn't say a word for 3 minutes and 48 seconds and just has this blank look on his face as this guy's talking.
Here's what the real dividing line is in the conservative movement. Much of the conservative movement would like to fancy themselves anti-establishment, would like to fancy themselves anti-globalist, would like to fancy themselves anti.
So he's going to conflate anti-globalist and Jews as two separate things. So globalists and Jews aren't the same to him.
Big tech and censorship and, all these other things until they get right up to the conversation about Israel. That's the reality. And I'm pro-Israel. And when we talked, I said that.
So he's pro-Israel. This guy's name is Royce White. I didn't know his backstory until I actually, looked into him a little bit. Maybe this will just be the video of looking into him a little bit. So he's pro-Israel right off the bat. But if you know who Jason Whitlock is, he had to leave ESPN. He had to leave Fox Sports. I don't know if he's on the Blaze or just doing something for that. Whatever. He was independent for a while. He's not a guy that is quiet, and he just sits there with the same face. He doesn't agree with any of this shit.
That, Bibi Netanyahu's interview with Jordan Peterson on the Daily Wire made me think differently about Israel from a fundamental standpoint.
Oh, so you bought into the propaganda of a drug-addled Jordan Peterson just lapping up whatever Benjamin Netanyahu, or as he calls him, Bibi.
The legitimacy, the inception of the legitimacy and the entire history of Israel. Not that I trust Bibi Netanyahu, because I don't. Number one, he's a trained assassin and killer, so you can't trust him, and he's a professional liar. The man's secrets have secrets, so you can't trust him. But what he said made me question my own thinking about what makes a nation legitimate. And as I was watching it, I was sorting it through, and I arrived at this. Israel was definitely given a land from the crown. That's just
from the Rothschilds through the Balfour Agreement. And this is the equivalent of going to a very, very bad part of Chicago and the guide showing you the nicest place in Chicago. They're not going to bring you to the place where the IDF are shooting little kids.
The historical fact. Who was on that land at the time? Up for debate.
Palestinians were on the land. This was 70 years ago. We're not talking about ancient times where we're reading hieroglyphics to figure it out.
Many people have been to that land. Many people have conquered that land and kicked other people off of that land. We know that history, going all the way back to the Jewish and Roman Revolution. But after Great Britain gave the Jews that land, they fought a war for that land, okay? They fought a war against 3 different Muslim nations. I think it was Syria, Egypt, and Jordan.
So just always the victim. He was on InfoWars talking about this shit. So I go, who is Royce White? Where did this guy come from? And then I found it. He was a Black Lives Matter He's male Candace Owens, or I guess Candace Owens. I mean, she could be a tranny, but just straight liberal that grifted into the movement. What happened to Royce White? He protested the NBA, led Black Lives Matter, now is running for Congress as a MAGA Republican. He also did some George Floyd protesting as well. Let's see here. The campaign rally for Royce White, a Republican who was encouraged to run for Congress by Steve Bannon. So Steve Bannon handpicked this guy. He was an activist who led Black Lives Matter, a famous one-time NBA first-round draft pick, 6'8", bald, bearded, walks among his few supporters, rubs his hands together incessantly. I guess we know why he's pro-Israel. In his born-again Republican origin story, White says he was cast into the political wilderness after the NBA refused to meet his demand for better mental health policies. In 2020, he reemerged as one of those voices of BLM in Minneapolis after the, quote, murder of George Floyd. And I think they have this is him with George Floyd. And it's just so funny, man. Like, these are the people that grift into the movement. Just like Candace Owens, who had a website that would dox people if you said mean words. These are the people that come out. I don't want to get into the James O'Keefe stuff. To me, Project Veritas is like Alex Stein. You got a couple real things that happen, and then you basically have a couple staged things that happen. Maybe I'll talk about it later. But drugged up transgender woman splitting someone's head open with an axe. Let's see if that'll give me a strike right off the bat on my first stream. And again, I just wanted to test this. It's not like I'm going to hang out all day. I just got home from work. Glad a few people stopped by. I just want the clip channel to grow as I start putting Odysee clips up here. 10-minute, 15-minute clips, nothing crazy. Just so you can get a taste, and then people can go, oh, I want to check that out on Odysee. That's it. Oh, and shout out to my boy Enslaved by Truth. He put up 3 shorts last night, and he's got 1,000 subs, and each short video did over 1,000 views. So I'm happy for the dude, man. There's no sound on the video, so we're just gonna have to, okay? She walks in with an axe. 7-Eleven. Very normal. I mean, if I saw that, I'm not getting near her. I mean, don't turn your back to someone with an axe. People are getting very comfortable with a mentally ill person with an axe. Like, what do you, like, if she's next to me right there with that axe, I'm putting her down right there. Especially, it's a man, it's a tranny. So let's see how this ends for the nice guy. Oh, not good. Oh, you, yep, okay. It's definitely ma'am. Punked. Absolutely schooled. What are you gonna do? Like, you just got fucked up. That's what you get for trusting people, man. What idiots. And that's why Owen tried to use BB as a handle. Oh, Owen. What are we gonna do with you? No, I had that Odysee cover of the burning mask because there was actually Germany has to. It's funny, like It's not 6 million masks. It's the number. It's the exaggerated number. Germany has to burn 800 million masks. In the chambers, the wooden doors. So that's why I picked that thumbnail. Expired COVID masks. So, just they care about the environment so much, but just have 800 million extra masks laying around. That sounds normal. No, I swear I saw a thing last night that was talking about researchers are developing like a Terminator style shape shifting robot. I'm pretty sure I saw something like that. I think I was watching that late last night, but that's when I'm researching and things just come across. And we're going to get into a lot of this stuff tonight about the technologies that they have. And I'll just show you one of them. And this is all about being hackable, decoding faces like in your mind. You'll see how weird this is. WEF. Globalists brag about hackable humans. We can decode faces in your mind, your PIN number to your bank account. They're almost done taking away your freedom of speech, and the next part of their agenda is to steal your freedom of thought. At this year's meeting called Ready for Brain Transparency, that discussed the next globalist plot to decode and control people's thoughts by hacking their brain.
Move the cursor to the left and scroll through your brain data over the past few hours. You can see your stress levels rising as the deadline to finish your memo approached, causing a peak in your beta brainwave activity right before an alert popped up, telling you to take a brain break. But what's that unusual change in your brain activity when you're asleep? It started earlier in the month. You send a text message to your doctor with a mental swipe of your cursor. Could you take a quick look at my brain data? Anything to worry about? Your mind starts to wander to the new colleague on your team, whom you know you shouldn't be daydreaming about, given the policy against intra-office romance. But you can't help fantasizing just a little. But then you start to worry that your boss will notice your amorous feelings when she checks your brain activity and shift your attention back to the present. You breathe a sigh of relief when the email she sends you later that day congratulates you on your brain metrics from the past quarter, which have earned you another performance bonus. You head home jamming to the music, with your work-issued brain-sensing earbuds still in.
So just brain hacking. But anyways, I just wanted to test this. So that's going to be it. 8 p.m. tonight on Odysee. I'll get you guys the link. Thanks for stopping by. Share the clip channel because I'm going to start putting clips on it. Appreciate. Love you guys.